Well, good evening, and you're welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbau. And let's start off with Ghana midfielder Kwadwo Asamoah, who has announced his retirement after almost a decade and a half as a professional football player. The 33-year-old joins our side, Cagliari, in 2021 after spells at Udinese, Juventus, and Inter Milan. Asamoah retires as the African footballer with the most appearances in the Italian top flight, as well as Ghana's most successful player to have played in Italy. For the Black Stars, he was capped 74 times, featuring multiple AFCONs and 2 World Cup tournaments in 2010 and 2014. Kwadwo Asamoah recounts his debut, Black Stars goal in 2019, and why he swapped the famous number 10 jersey for number 20 in this interview.
As a midfielder, at the same time as a playmaker, because I had the chance and opportunity to move on the field wherever I wanted to go. And it was just good for me. I had the confidence because sometimes, you know, football, we have a lot of good and quality players in this world, but a coach can change a player because sometimes you need someone who should be there to push you all the time, even if you have the qualities. You have the ability. You need someone who is there to push you all the time, to give you that encouragement, that confidence. And that moment was when Milo gave me all those things. Yeah, I did tell them I don't want the number 10 shirt, because the number 10 shirt at that moment, I was not the one who chose that number. I had my favorite numbers already. Yeah, I had number 20. I had that number because when I started my career in Europe, that was the number I used, and that was the same number that made me who I am today. Because I went to Udinese, I chose this number, and then I started playing, and that was when people got to know me. So I got in love with that just number. So when I came to the national team, I was playing with the number 20. And then I remember when we had the African Cup of Nations 28 here in Ghana, Apia told them to give me the number 10. Yeah, he told the team manager, and then there was one guy called Mr. Alex Asante. So they came with the jersey that they told me, Apia says we should give you the number 10. I was like, okay, well, I cannot say no, because the captain himself says I should take the number 10.
What number was he wearing?
Apia. Yeah. He was using the number 10. At that moment, he was injured. He was not going to be part of the team, so he told them to give the number 10 to me. And I was thinking, why me? So I took the number because I couldn't say no to Apia, so I have to. So I did. I took the number 10 jersey, and I was playing with the jersey for a very long time. And it got to a point I didn't have that feeling of wearing the jersey anymore. So I had to put it down and then put on my favorite jersey. That was when I asked for.
Well, one man who played with Kwadwo Asamoah is Fatou Dauda. He was with Kwadwo Asamoah, particularly in that 2014 World Cup where Kwadwo Asamoah gave that outside of the foot, assist to Asamoah Gyan, which got a lot of people talking. And fortunately for us, we have him via Zoom. Fatou Dauda, an exceptional goalkeeper he was during his playing days. I mean, Fatou, your very good friend, and if I can call him your brother, has decided to hang the boots. Tell me, what's your best memory, first of all, of Kwadwo Asamoah?
Thank you, and good evening to everyone, all of you in the studio, and then the listeners and then who are watching you from afar. I heard the news today, but I was trying to monitor Kwadwo Asamoah's social media to see whether he has made it official that he has hung his boot. But I've not seen something like that. But so far as you have the news, that means it's true. I have some story to share with you, in which I know you people don't know it. Well, I played with Kwadwo Asamoah when when the Meteors, that's 2007, when the late coach Jose Atiku was a coach. My first time to join the team, Kwadwo Asamoah's first time to join the team, we went to Benin to play a friendly match. That's our justified in the team because they started preparation for a very long time. That's the Olympic team in 2007. So we went to Benin to play against Benin, and then Kwadwo Asamoah was the one who scored the 2 goals, and I was in pole, and I did well. That's how we managed to be in the team to play the qualifiers. But it's very unfortunate we couldn't qualify to the Beijing Olympics 2008. But God so good, we were able to get a chance to join the Black Stars in 2008, the AFCON, when Ghana hosted. And luckily enough, Kwadwo Asamoah was my roommate. And we were the only, I myself, Kwadwo Asamoah, and then Arisafo were the only local players in the team. So Kwadwo Asamoah was my roommate. We played the AFCON, and then, well, he had a chance to join Udinese, and I was in Ashgood. So then we met again, I think 2014 in the World Cup. And then, 2013 we went to AFCON in South Africa with Kwadwo Asamoah. I remember the match we played against Cape Verde. I had a good game, and I was then the man of the match. We came to the hotel, Kwadwo Asamoah told me, Lion, when we come to the hotel, come and see in my room. So I went to his room. Kwadwo Asamoah just gave me $1,000. I remember, I will never forget this issue. I will never forget. Never forget.
Wow.
I was thinking like, oh, maybe he's going to give me boots, or maybe just say, but he gave me $1,000.
Wow.
He said, take this money. So that alone even changed me.
That's definitely that's some fond memory there.
Yes, please. I always say it whenever I see Kwadwo Asamoah, I remember. Last time I met him, even forgetting giving that money. For me, I can't forget because I wasn't expecting it. And then we met again in the World Cup. You know, he's a great guy, very talented. But if he has retired at this age, to look at the next phase of his career, like being an agent, I think that's a very great thing he's going to do. We should support him. We should pray for him. Definitely, he'll help guys because we have talent here. If you should have Kwadwo Asamoah as an agent, there's no way Kwadwo Asamoah is going to look back when he knows we have talent in Ghana.
I mean,
it's a plus for us.
I mean, great. Well, I mean, the position he was known for in the Black Stars is that number 10 role. I mean, will you describe him as the best number 10 in the Black Stars, possibly ever?
Well, I didn't play with Apia and Co, but I played with Kwadwo Asamoah, so I know Kwadwo Asamoah is a very skillful player. When they say number 10, is one of the guys we can count as number 10. I remember when we were playing the qualify, 2014 World Cup qualify against Zambia and Kumasi. That was the position he played, and we saw the goal he scored. And then when he went to Italy, he came back and then he started playing, I think, Juve. He was playing like left back. They changed him to turn left back, and that is Kwadwo Asamoah for you. So when he came back and playing the World Cup, he was playing as a left back. But now football is dynamic now. Football has changed. So if you are playing a position, the coach can see you. He can see what you have, your attitude, your character. He can change your position. So if you are here, you are playing a different position, you go out, the coach can change your position, depending on how he see your attitude or something like that. So they changed his position as a left back, and he was doing great. He was doing well until he decided to, hang his boot.
I mean, do you think, because you want to talk about one of the players who've contributed immensely to the Black Stars, do you think he has possibly been appreciated enough, celebrated enough, as far as Black Stars heroes are concerned?
Well, I think, maybe they have plans to celebrate him or something like that. It's very unfortunate he didn't win something for the nation, but, well, it's a great achievement for him. And I know he has done a lot for the nation. I can't count. I think he has played more than 5 AFCONs in 2 World Cup. That's great. That's fantastic for him. That's good for him and the nation. The only thing missing for Kwadwo Asamoah is maybe he didn't win a cup for the nation. That's what will just make him look like no, he has not done anything for the nation. But he has, paid his dues very well.
I mean, finally, I mean, the Black Star just played against Brazil and Nicaragua as part of preparation for the World Cup later this year. I'm sure you observed those games. What did you make of their performance?
Well, you know, playing friendly matches is part of preparation when you are going to a tournament. And the coaches, they know more. They know much more than we know because they know what they are doing. And they invited more than 20 players. They want to try them and have idea about the players, how they are going to parade them when it's time for the World Cup. Well, against Brazil, we also we watched the game. We saw what happened, and the first half wasn't too good. Second half, they kept them. Things was okay. There's hope, and there's hope. Football now has changed. The only thing players must do is to listen to instructions, play with instructions, and then I know as we are monitoring our group, the teams we are playing, the same thing they are also monitoring us. So when the time is up and they are going to play the game, it's about tactics. So if you don't listen what your coaches will tell you, there will be a problem. That's how football is now.
Well, Lion,
all the department, all the department, they will be monitoring. There will be video analysts who will be, monitoring players, and then going to the game. They know what the opponent will do, so they will put a strategy. To face them. So this friendly match has given the coaches idea which players can fit in this position, this player can fit this position. So I think it's a good exercise for the team.
Well, Lion, thank you so much. Let me just say, somebody, and somebody. You didn't know I'm a Kotokoli boy too, so
that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
that's
great,
good.
great. Thank you.
You're my brother.
Yes, exactly. All right, thank you so much. That's Fatah Dauda, the former Black Stars goalkeeper, there speaking to us about Kwadwo Asamoah. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more.